he might be issuing the press releases. But if you explain that this was done with the consent of the National Chief Imam himself, then I'm fine. We'll just move to the.
But then I think let me also agree with you. I mean, that is true, but I understand your position.
Yeah.
And but then that cannot always be the case. It cannot always be the case because the spokesperson cannot at all unilaterally speak on behalf of his eminent National Chief Imam. And that's what I am saying, that if he does anything in his individual capacity, that might be appreciated. But he himself understands that the office is bigger than himself. And whatever the office does is above what he does in his individual capacity. And of course, when it comes to matters of public communication, it is not always the case that the spokesperson should be responsible for all kinds of communication arising from an institution.
Yeah.
That is not always the case.
Yeah, and I think what is important for all of us is that, and as you've alluded to, this statement was with the express consent of the National Chief Imam himself.
Sure.
He's aware, and he would own up to this document any day, any time, right?
He will, because his office has done it officially, and whatever the office has done is on the letterhead of the office of the National Chief Imam. And then the National Chief Imam himself is aware of whatever has been done. We don't want some of you in the media to reduce the office of the National Chief Imam to Sheikh Armia. No, Sheikh Armia is not a synonym of the office of the National Chief Imam. Sheikh Armia is a subset of the office of the National Chief Imam. Sheikh Armia is a part of the office of the National Chief Imam. So please, with all due respect, never reduce a whole to a part. That is unacceptable.
Very well.
That's not part of our administrative procedure.
That's fine. That's fine. So now let's get to the meat of the issue, the real detail. So
okay.
I read your statement, and would I be right to say that you based this entire reaction, which is carried in this statement, on an online reportage?
Hello? Have you finished your question?
Yeah, I'm asking if I'm right to say that you based your whole reaction just on an online report you probably saw.
You are a journalist, right?
Sure.
And you know very well, you know the circumstances in which rejoinders are issued, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a simple rejoinder to a publication. Whether that publication is online or in print, we still have the opportunity to respond to that publication. And that is, issuance of a rejoinder is a constitutional responsibility. It's a constitutional right that we are entitled to. So I don't want you to create the impression that anything online is not substantial and therefore must not attract a rejoinder. We know that a publication has been done, and we have the constitutional right to respond to that publication. Most of that publication is immaterial to us. What matters is the content, and we are responding to that.
Yeah, but the content, which is not directly from the man of God in question. So you read the statement from the church, and the church is saying that they have absolutely nothing to do with that story. What the story claims the man of God said is not true. There is no evidence to that effect that the man of God uttered those statements. So the story itself online, the editor of that online portal was called to order by the church for them to change the content of that story. So for you to also base everything on that story to attack the church and the man of God in question is not fair, is it?
Okay. Well, I do understand that. So will I also be right to conclude that for you to defend the man of God, in your capacity as an impartial journalist, not a payee. Is it fair?
And who is
it's also not fair.
Who is defending? No, I'm coming. No, Sheikh, hold on. Hold on.
Please, let me. You ask a question. Let me answer you.
Doc, no, I called you. We'll give you all the time to answer the questions, please. I'm coming.
Yes, that's so.
You've just made a point. Hold on. Doc, hold on.
Okay.
You just made a point that I am defending the man of God. I don't know if you said it in jest or you are serious about that, because I am not defending any man of God. I'm asking a question based on your statement. I don't know if you said it in jest, or you meant it, that I am defending the man of God.
No, but you've used the word unfair, the adjective unfair to us, right? And that is complimentary. That is complimentary to the man of God. So that amounts to defense.
I am saying
that is uncomplimentary to us.
Maybe then ask me that you did not understand my question, so I should ask the question again. You don't go ahead based on your no. You don't go ahead based on your misunderstanding of a question I asked to make the comment you made. It's not proper. You don't do that.
Okay, so my brother.
Yes.
So do you go ahead to use an offensive word on us just because of your assumption that we are
I asked a question that is it fair is not a statement. I asked a question.
No. You do not say is it fair. Review your question. You said it's unfair. You use the adjective unfair.
Listen.
That it is unfair. I'm telling you.
The question I asked you
is assumption. You don't use that adjective because of your own assumption.
The question I asked you.
You could have put the question. Look, my brother. You could have put it in a question. In a statement of interrogation. You could have asked whether you could have. Let me answer you. You could have asked. Whether what we did is fair or unfair. But you have made a definite statement that what we have done is unfair.
Then I was right initially that you did not even understand my question. So I expected you to ask me to ask the question again, because you clearly did not understand the question. What I said is, and with your permission, hold on, Doc. With your permission, I'll ask the question again. Maybe at first you didn't understand. So let me ask again.
No. It's not that I didn't understand.
I'm coming. Hold on.
Maybe you didn't ask the question well.
So hold on. The question is.
Yes.
The church has issued a statement.
Yes.
The church claims that the content of that online story was false, and that they called the editor of the newspaper for them to make the necessary corrections to that online story. You have also admitted here that you issued a rejoinder based on that story. That is true. At least you've made that admission, that you issued a rejoinder based on that story. The story which the church claims to be false. And I'm asking that if you only focused your rejoinder on that story without any further checks, won't you consider that to be unfair to the church? That's the question I asked.
No, please, with all due respect, my brother, this is a question you have rephrased. But if you go to your original question, what you call a question, it was a statement, not a question. In any case, let's go into the substance of the matter and not the structure.
Very well. Yes, I mean, not to drag on this. The substantive point is what I asked. So let's proceed.
But we are all learning. So when we are on air, I think we should also be clear. We should also be able to understand the difference between.
Look, I've asked the question again. So let's proceed, if you may.
No. It's not for you to tell me what I can do. Please, you've asked the question. Let me answer it the way I want to answer it. Please. And I'm saying that anytime at all we engage in any conversation, we should be able to know the basic grammatical structures of construction. At least the difference between an interrogative sentence and an ordinary statement.
There is no way we would agree on what you claim I said, which I remain and I insist I did not say. So I've asked the question again. Let's move on. That's the point I'm making.
So you agree with me that the claim or the statement released by the church constitutes a rejoinder to what we have done. And according to that statement, in fact, a sister radio station has asked me, according to that statement, the church has engaged Sheikh Armia, and then Sheikh Armia according to them, had understood their position.
Mm-hmm.
But I made that sister radio station understand that as far as the office of the National Chief Imam is concerned, Sheikh Armia never discussed the issue with anybody.
Okay.
But then that is not to say that he does not have the right to respond or to engage with them.
Okay.
So I made it clear that anybody working for any institution has two capacities. One, individual capacity, and two, institutional capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So if my elder brother Sheikh Armia has engaged them in his individual capacity, we appreciate that. However, that does not prevent the office of the National Chief Imam to come out with the official position, which is above that of Sheikh Armia as an individual. I don't think in this case we are unfair to anybody. And get it right,
Mm-hmm.
we are not at all blaming Sheikh Armia for tackling the issue in his capacity as an individual. All we are saying is that what he does in his capacity as individual,
Mm-hmm.
we as officers, we as members of that office still have the right to come out to respond to that publication in our capacities as members of the office. And I think whatever the office does in its institutional capacity is more important than whatever any of us does in our individual capacity. That's exactly what we have. That's exactly the case.
Yeah, but the point again is that because in the statement you made allusions to a certain prophetic declaration by the man of God.
In certain publication.
In a certain publication. Absolutely. In a certain publication.
Sure.
Without you yourself, because I don't know if you heard that directly from the man of God, or after seeing the publication, did you go ahead to probably confirm if he indeed made those points?
Okay, my brother, I think you and I have gone beyond that. I think you and I agree that in journalistic culture, everybody has the right to respond to any publication.
Sure.
And of course, rejoinders are responses to publications, not to individuals. And I'm saying that anything published anywhere, the source of the material doesn't matter. What matters is the content. A publication has been made, we have activated our constitutional right to rejoinder.
Yeah, but there is a way rejoinders are written. Once a publication is made,
determined by you or by whom?
No. There's a standard practice. But
what
we
is
are not.
Standard?
Hold on. We are not going to go into that. My question is, Doc. My question is, in this rejoinder, based on a publication by an online portal, you write in this your statement that we call on Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempeh to refrain from using the name of His Eminence as a subject of controversial prophecies. He should also desist from mistaking the meekness of His Eminence as weakness. And the man says he never made any prophecy about the National Chief Imam. What the online report had was completely false. So, and that's why I asked, do you think you've then been fair to Owusu Bempeh personally?
Now you are asking questions, not definite statements. You are asking questions, not definite statements.
Sure.
Okay, so my brother, look at it in this scenario. As I said, you are a journalist, and you know the basis of rejoinders.
Mm-hmm.
A newspaper publication has been made. And in that publication, someone is alleged to have said something. Out of respect and out of enjoyment of our constitutional right to rejoinder, we have responded to that publication. If a man thinks that the original publication is wrong, he also has the right to respond to our publication. And exactly, when you even said, it becomes, with all due respect, please don't be offended. It becomes laughable to me when you claim that there is a certain standard. Maybe your viewers, your listeners, including Marzouk himself will want to know the kind of standards that you have set or any other authority in journalistic arena has said, or maybe we can go to the literature. You understand that? So all we are saying is that a publication has been made. We have responded to that publication. If those who are the subject matters of the publication claim that it is not true, it is up to them to come out. And remember, even in newspaper journalism, we do not rule out the issue of precedent. This is not the first time the man of God has said that. This is not the first time. And then, if you beyond that, I think I also touched on the need for some editors of this country, of the media houses in this country, to be more responsible. Look at the picture that was used as accompanying, the picture that was used to accompany the story. Clearly, a showcase of irresponsible journalism. The picture was used in a manner that gives a semblance of veracity to the fiction mounted by the man of God in that publication.
Yeah, but that is why when you base everything on that story, because as I said, the standard of rejoinders, when a newspaper or a media house publishes a story, the Constitution guarantees you the right of a rejoinder, and it even injuncts the media house to publish your rejoinder as well. But that rejoinder, that rejoinder should be addressed to the media house or to the editor. And I spoke of standard because you cannot use the rejoinder to attack the subject of that original story, a story which the subject himself claims to be untrue. So when you make comment like in order for, so here you make the comment, for example, undoubtedly His Eminence is a champion of interfaith harmony and peaceful coexistence, but he does not seek protection and prosperity from charlatans on the pulpit. And I would want to believe you used this expression because you believed in the publication which says Owusu Bempeh prophesied that Chief Imam comes to him to look into his destiny and all of that. You made this statement believing that to be true. But now they claim no such comment was made by the prophet on the day. So when you in your rejoinder attack the subject of a story, these are some of the problems you put yourself into. Because again, hold on. In your last but one paragraph, we further appeal to the leaders of the Christian fraternity in Ghana, the IGP, the National Security Apparatus, and any relevant institution to call Reverend Owusu Bempeh to order in the interest of national unity, peace, and harmony. So, based on what should they call him to order?
Yeah, based on the use of the name of His Eminence.
Yeah, but he says he never used his name. This is a media publication, which was not true.
My brother, I think you are a journalist, right? Interrogating an issue.
Absolutely.
So please don't be the mouthpiece of anybody.
I am not being the mouthpiece of. I'm only asking questions. I'm only asking questions. Yes, I'm listening. Your
line, I'm listening, Doc. I like your line of questioning because it tells me the kind of journalist you are, and it is just clear. Yeah, it's just clear. You understand that?
Doc, I'm listening to you.
It tells me the kind of person you are. So if you ask a question, don't to assume that you have the right to impose on me your own version of answer. Yours is to ask the question. Mine is to answer you. So let me answer you.
I'm listening to you, Doc.
Yes. I am answering. We've made that statement on the basis of the mentioning of the name of His Eminence, the National Chief Imam. And the man of God did not deny. I don't think the man of God denied mentioning the name of His Eminence, the National Chief Imam. You see, claiming that His Eminence, the National Chief Imam, consults him for his destiny is one thing, and mentioning the name of His Eminence Chief Imam in any manner is another. And the man of God denies mentioning the name of His Eminence National Chief Imam. We quoted a certain rhetorical question. In fact, two rhetorical questions. Did the man of God deny those rhetorical questions? So all we are saying is that the man of God should desist from mentioning the name of His Eminence National Chief Imam in whatever he does, including controversial prophecy. That is why we have said that, and that is what we stand for. I don't think we are unfair just because we have called for the need for anybody to desist from the use of the name of His Eminence National Chief Imam in anything that we deem controversial. We cannot be unfair just because of that position.
So now, if I get you right, the message now is that henceforth, Reverend Owusu Bempeh should not, under any circumstance, on any platform, anytime, any day, mention the name of Sheikh Osmaru Nuru Shaributu. That's the point, right?
If you get me right, that is not the point. If you get me wrong, that is the point. If you intend to get me wrong, that is the point. I am telling you in plain language. Listen again. I am telling you in plain language that we do not want the man of God to mention the name of His Eminence, the National Chief Imam, in any controversial matter. That's exactly what I am saying. I'm telling you. Listen to that very,
So
very well.
Where controversial...
So if you get me right, this is what I have said.
No, that's fair.
If you want to get me wrong, then you can assign the meaning.
Doc, that's fair. I mean, it's fair for clarity's sake, so everybody is on the same page.
No problem. I don't have any problem
about
fair.
That. That's fair. So maybe what is controversial and what is not controversial, that will be determined by the office of the National Chief Imam, right?
You know. Let me. With all due respect, the noun controversy is an abstract noun.
Yes.
So what is controversial to you may not be controversial to any other person.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, what we deem, and I think I use the word deem. I'm very cautious in my diction. I said what we deem to be controversial. So what we deem to be controversial, of course, if you go to the semantics of the word, you agree with me that it's not a concrete word. It's not like a word like boy, whose identification could be determined by certain physiological features, or a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the word crime, which is omnibus. So semantically, the word controversy falls within the category of the abstract nouns. So clearly, what is controversial to us may not be controversial
to any other person.
Yeah. But then we have a clear-cut standard that anything that can disturb the peace of this country, in our definition of controversy, amounts to something that we do not like, or in our understanding of the word controversy, amounts to that word.
Very well, Doc. We are grateful for your time this evening. When need be, we will come back to you and talk to you. Okay?
Sure. You are always welcome, and
Thank
I'm
you.
also I'm so much grateful. I think this has been a responsible, helpful discourse. If there is any word that has been used, and any word that you are not comfortable with, I think this can be understood within the context of healthy discourse. And once again, I just admire your line of questioning. That
Thank
tells
you.
me that
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much. We are grateful. So that's the personal assistant to the National Chief Imam of the